Hi, my name is Nur Shafika binti Sabah.
Hi, my name is Ibdatul Azira binti Nazri.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Najmi bin Muhammad Singh.
We would like to present about Chapter 3, which is about minor account. However, I would like to talk about saving account first. A saving account is one type of personal account. People that want to open this account need to be 18 years old and above and must not be bankrupt or insane. However, people that are below 18 years old can open a saving account, but it's called a minor saving account. For minors that are below 20 years old, they can open a saving account, but they need one of their parents or other close relatives to operate the business for the benefit of the minor. Following that, the minor under the age of 7, a minor credit account is typically treated as trust account, with the parents being the trustee. Lastly, because the debt established is not enforceable against the minor, a minor should not be allowed to overdraw an account or be issued a loan.
So now, let me explain about the government of Malaysia v. Gurcharan Singh case. This case is about the government of Malaysia as the plaintiff who had sued Gurcharan Singh, the first defendant whom is a promisor of a contract, and ORS as the second and third defendant whom act as the sureties of the contract for breaching the contract made between them. The contract is about the government of Malaysia providing the first defendant a scholarship for his study at Malayan Teachers Training Institution with an agreement that the first defendant will serve the government in consideration for being trained as a teacher. The duration of the contract is 5 years, while the first defendant only served the government for 3 years, 10 months only. However, during the time the contract was made, the first defendant was in a minor state. The claim for the compensation for this case is $11,500. Contract for necessaries is another exception to the general rule. A minor who enters a contract for necessaries is liable for the contract. According to Section 69 of the Contracts Act 1950, if a person incapable of entering into a contract or anyone whom he is legally bound to support is supplied by another person with necessaries suited to his condition in life, the person who has furnished such supplies is entitled to be reimbursed from the property of such incapable person. It is important to observe the principles in Section 69 as follows. Firstly, the necessaries have been supplied to a minor. Secondly, the minor is also liable for necessaries supplied to his dependents, such as wife and children. Third, the supplier of necessaries may only claim for reimbursement for a reasonable price. Next, the minor is not personally liable, and this means he is liable to pay only if he has the property to do so.
So, how this case, government of Malaysia versus Gurcharan Singh, can affect the relationship of banks and customers? Let me explain. The first one is the right of a banker. The bank may claim a right of lion over the customer's property, coming to its hand in the normal course of business. So what is related to the case is, banker is entitled to obtain the remaining amount of money from the amount of scholarships and services served the government in consideration for training as a teacher as promised in the contract. The second one is duties of a banker, which is collect the money and checks that a customer has paid in. So what the relate to the case is, the banker needs to recover the money once paid to the customer of the services they need to perform to finance the debt. Next is the right of a customer, the right to be paid the balance standing up to the credit to the customer's account. So what the relate to the case is, the customer is entitled to receive a scholarship as the contract will be validified the minor has been supplied with articles which are considered as necessary to the minor actual requirements and suited to the minor's condition in life, which is education. Last but not least, the duties of a customer, duty to notify bank promptly of any forgeries. What is the relate to the case is, the customer, Gurcharan Singh, must be responsible in fulfilling his responsibilities in the payment of scholarship and cannot arbitrarily enter into a contract agreement that has been agreed between him and the bank, or else he will be sued by the bank. So, based on this case, Government of Malaysia versus Gurcharan Singh, we will successfully understand and explain about what happened in this case, the contract for necessary, and how this case can relate to the banking operation, which is account of customer for minor, and how this case can relate to the relationship of banks and customer. So that's all from us. Thank you. Bye.